we spoke about all these things about the why people should do it,
Yeah.
the advantages of this. I want to talk about the other side people don't see.
Yeah.
The other side of chasing your goals, the other side of content creation, or even the other side of, doing something that's out of the ordinary and what that comes with. We were speaking before about the lonely chapter. There's this idea that, like as you go forward in life, it becomes more difficult to relate to the people that you have around you.
100%.
Because you be doing things, your day-to-day is different from theirs. You don't watch the same shows, you don't have the same interest anymore.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to relate to them, and so you start to feel lonely. And so like as you go forward, you're not there yet to the next group of people who are where you want to be, but you're also a little bit, different from the people that you kind of grew up with, and you're stuck into that phase. Question I have for you is, how do you balance that? How do you work your way through that chapter, lonely chapter? And have you learned anything about yourself or even achieving goals through that?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think this is also what I've been saying with the whole podcast. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, you just gotta hack it.
You just gotta hack it. Exactly, you just gotta hack it. You need to recognize this is what you're gonna get at being part of this journey. It's not easy. But it's what you're willing to sacrifice, right? And this is what I said about if you want to be ordinary, you can't do regular things. You can't be watching a show every night. You can't be going out party every night. Like you just have to sometimes just do the work. It's tough, right? And this is what I talked to people on the podcast. Like I think Chris Williams or maybe on one of the podcasts, he said like the tree and the glass, they all grow in the same ground, but like they're now in a different stage, right? I'm not going to wait. So you gotta recognize at some point you will fail with your friendship group, which is fine. Like, and by saying this, I think some people in my friendship group probably thinking like, you're talking about me, innit? Like, which is true. Like it's like we all gotta work for ourselves. This is what I said in the beginning of like your friendship group now probably it's not the same in 5 years. I don't mean that I want to follow people, by the way. Like, and I'm just being completely honest. But I need to grow with people, and I would love for you to grow together. Like, and I would love for you to actually outgrow me as well. Like, in different aspect. It's not saying that everyone needs to be doing triathlon, everyone needs to be doing content. But it's like, how do you grow yourself from your own aspect of it, right? So if you like art, how do you grow more doing art, poetry as an example, right? So it's on that. So you gotta recognize some people is not growing as fast as you or with you, then sometimes you have to give up that friendship in a way. And some people say, no, but I've been friends with that person for so long, I can't do it. But it's like, this is why you're always stuck in this stage, because you're always going to hang with the same people that you're not learning or you're not growing together. You're always going out on a Saturday night, which you could have been working, right? Do you know what I mean? So like you're getting I guess negative influence. And how do I get through that loneliness? I think just gotta hack it, right? Just because you are working into a new stage, like you're working into the new phase of life. So it's just like how you just gotta make sure like you're almost there. Like you just don't know when you're gonna get there, but you're not far away. Like you just gotta remember you're not far away. If you stop now, then it's not like you wasted everything. Like you just gotta remember, you're just gonna keep doing it. And also what I think it helps now as well is social media. I've connected with so many creators, including yourself, man. Like it's like there's some other people out there that's doing something similar. They can get advice with or get advice from. You can get ideas with like there's so much out there that you can ask from other people where perhaps our parents or other people don't have access to, right? So but it's gonna it's lonely. You gotta prioritize. I think prioritization is probably the most important thing. It's like if I'm always out on a Friday night, I can't do what I want.
It's not sustainable.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with everything you've said. I used to struggle with this actually a lot because I love my friends and I think they're all amazing people. But I wanted to achieve things. I want to do things. Not that they don't. Of course they do.
Exactly.
That's not the same thing as me thinking about what I want to do and what I want to achieve. And I would always like feel this guilt because I'll be like, okay, I need to do this thing. I'll make a start, and then I'll like waste a day by going out. And I'll be like like, why am I here? Like I don't want to. Like I feel guilty being around them because I'm not spending the time doing,
Yeah, and I love what you said about guilt. This is exactly how I feel. It's like I feel guilty being here. Like, and it's like, why am I here? Like why did I say yes?
It's not good for both of us because I'm not enjoying it, and also like you get a negative energy from me, which is not good.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like so at some point you have to make the sacrifice. You have to prioritize what's important to you.
And I think also if they're really your friend, which is what I've learned by being brave enough to speak about my friends,
100%.
They don't understand. They'll be like, oh, I get it. Like I actually think what you're doing is really cool. Like I want you to succeed. I want you to do well. I think for the person actually going through it, they're always going to be like, oh man, like am I sacrificing too much? I have that thing. I have the same thing with family. I have the same thing with like relationships. But I know the kind of person I am. If I don't live my life the way I know I want to live it, I'm not going to be the same kind of person.
100%.
The people around me are not going to get the same version of me. They get the best version of me now because when I meet them and I'm there, I'm like, I'm completely here.
Yeah.
I am with you. I'm present.
100%.
I've done all the work that I needed to do. I know that all I care about is being with you. I care about you. I'm here to see you. But if I'm distracted because I thought I should have done something else, that's no good for any of us. So yeah, that lonely chapter is hard. That lonely chapter is so difficult because you have to come to terms with so many emotions. You have to really overcome the emotions that you thought they were difficult when you just started out. But once you start overcoming them, you start to see different ways to actually view it.
100%. There's a few things I'm going to pick on what you just said. Mm-hmm. The first thing is exactly, if I want to be there, I need to be 100% present. And this is exactly, for example, if I were to meet my mate for lunch or dinner, I make sure I did everything that I need to do for that day before I come and see you. Mm-hmm. So then I'm 100% here. Like, obviously, some part of me will still think, but I could have still spend a bit more time on those because I got the free time now. I could be doing more. But actually, that is about prioritization, right? It's like I still want to build, I guess, maintain the relationship with some of my friends, right? So, so that's the first piece. The second piece is you talk about the relationship and family. For me, and this is so I talk about prioritizations. Family always come first. That is for me. Like, especially my family live like sort of like in back in Asia. So if they're traveling here or if I'm traveling with them, I always put 100% with them. Just because the reason I work so hard and want to achieve my goal, want to retire, is to make sure that they get a good life as well, right? So why would I sacrifice the time spent with them to trying to do something? The end of actually the end goal is for them, right?
Yeah,
so it's like, so family always come first. So that's a must. Relationship, this is an interesting perspective to just talk about. So I had a conversation with my friends or multiple friends about this. Is I'm single right now. Is look, don't get me wrong, I love to have a missus. I love to have a relationship like with a partner and stuff. But the problem that we have is, like I said, I work from 5:30 in the morning to sometime 11 p.m. at night. Yeah. Right? And I'm bang on like back to back with all the things that I'm doing. How do I have time to maintain a relationship with another person? Especially a relationship is very emotional driven, right? It's like you need to spend a lot of time together and stuff. I'm not saying so for me it's this is about prioritization, right? Look, like I said, I love to have a partner right now, but like I'm not going to actively look for it. But also I think like if I were to have a partner, then I have to sacrifice. Like I'll think about, is the relationship as important as what I'm doing now? Like then I have to like drop something else, for example, perhaps not as intense of like on editing. I'm not going to post 3 videos a day. I'll post like 1 a day, right? To make sure I spend some time with the partner. But it's about that piece. This is why it's a tough thing. It's about the prioritization is about having a relationship or like, meeting with your mates or maintaining some of those friendships. Like it's all about prioritization, right?
Yeah, look, ironically in the relationship thing, it's almost like you get to a point where you see how much they add to your life rather than subtract. So it's not a sacrifice.
100%.
Which is what I've been looking for, because I'm single, but because I've been looking for someone who doesn't take away, it doesn't make me feel like I'm giving something up, rather like, oh, how can I not have you in my life?
100%.
Is that kind of perspective. And I think that's actually the right way. Rather than going out every Friday night looking for someone to just make you not feel lonely, which is I think a lot of what our generation does. But you're actually intentional about this. You go, look, I have my life. I'm perfectly happy to keep my life how it is. Yeah, I have my family. I got my friends. I got my vision, my goal. The person that comes into that, has to understand that. Like, and I think that's part of it too. And I've realized that's not actually such a high bar to set. Because I've met people where
nowadays maybe, I don't know.
Nowadays maybe you're actually completely right. You're actually completely right. It's because it's actually, because I feel like it is about, because I've met people who understand that. Yeah. Maybe we've not been like, okay, relationships. Yeah. But it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like you meet people all the time. Like, oh, you understand my lifestyle. You understand why I do the way I do. And come back to what you said before about motivation. My motivation is my family. I think most people don't understand. There's some people who don't understand the reason people do stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't understand the motivation of someone who does stuff for their family, who does what they do to get their family out of poverty.
100%.
You know, because that's what it's for me. And like, I'll be tired. I'll be exhausted. But I understand they're even more tired.
That's what I mean.
They're even more exhausted. How can I complain?
100%. Man, this is it. Like, I think our family sacrificed so much to get to make sure we get to where we are now. And how am I not able? That's why I'm so motivated to work even harder to make sure that they get the life that they deserve, because they sacrificed their life for us growing up, right? And this is why it's like, I want to make sure they get what they deserved. It might come 10 years later that they could have been enjoying their 20s, but my goal is to make sure they get there, right? So this is why it's like my motivation is my family, to make sure like they're comfortable, make sure they don't have to fucking work like any time of the day anymore. Like they can do what the fuck they want. Like if they don't want to work, obviously they can. But it's like, I'll give the option then not to work if you, like. Absolutely.
And I feel like, yeah, and like I think you relate to it. I'm in the position to do it, which is what's so like fascinating to me. It's like most of my family were born in Ghana and Africa.
Yeah.
I was born in Ghana and Africa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I came when I was 6.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just came just right into the education system.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh wait, if I apply myself, I can actually make something of myself and help my family out here.
100%.
And so like that mentality has always been with me through my life. And so like when I'm like consistently focused, and this is the different parts of it, right? You have to understand a person to understand why they do stuff.
100%.
If a girl comes in and they don't understand why I work hard, but, oh, you work too hard, you always focus on your work, you don't care about me.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I do care about you. But it's not my family. I care way more family than I do about, because I understand what it means, you know. And I think that's part of the kind of like breaking down and like even understanding what a goal is or a dream is or what the vision is. It's not for self-validation. It's not 100%. So I can be famous.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that. But I understand the sacrifice. I can come back to that sacrifice I have to do to achieve the stuff that I want.
100%. I completely agree, man. This is it. Like obviously, like I said, I went to Asia recently, and then my family joined me for a few days as well. Like I'm in a position now I can pay for everything, for like the whole trip, the flight, hotels, like all the food, like all the activities. I'm like, you know, like I'm so blessed in the position I can just do that. And which is crazy. And also this is another thing about you see the light in the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
like, you really do, because like I say, like not to brag anything, right? Like I flew business for the first time in my life.
How was that?
Fucking phenomenal, man. It was so good. This is why I need money, bro.
It was different up there.
It was different up there, but it was like I was in the position that I can do that now.
Yeah.
And I'm in a position to treat my family on this way is because I worked so hard for the past few years, and I fucking did it. Like, and I know there's gonna be even more that I can do.
100%
coming up. So
100%. And I love that. I love what you say about like looking forward, because I think it's so important to do that, to actually like have that perspective of like, oh, there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It's just about, if you put in the work, you will get what you deserve. But you have to put in the work for a long enough time, and also. Don't be arrogant. Like improve what you need to be improved.
Yeah.
You know, like we're talking about the social media part. If you let your ego involve, I want to see this video, this is what I want it to be like, you'll never get anywhere. All the hard work will be for you for work. So understand how to improve too.
100%. I love when you say arrogant. I think that, oh mate, that is great. So I think be humble. That's probably like, I know, not, and also none of us in any position to not be humble, by the way, right? It's like why you have got a big ego, bro? You like none of us should be like that. Like there's so much more we can achieve in life. Like so I think be humble is a big thing. Don't be arrogant. Like don't think you're doing better than any other people. You could say that you're in a different direction than other people. Hence why perhaps you're not as close as before. But you can't be arrogant. You can't have a big ego. Like you, and this is not. And then you're not gonna learn by having a big ego.
Absolutely.
Like exactly. So
absolutely. What's one thing that you've learned about yourself through this journey, through like the hard work, through the achievements, through the challenges, difficulties? What's one thing that you've come to terms about your character? Maybe like your outlook on life, or something you learned about yourself?
Yeah. No. Good question.